TFL EV is brought to you by Flow Charger, maker of reliable, high-quality charging stations for your electric vehicle.
Hey.
Hey, I need some help.
Yeah, what do you need?
We're out of electricity.
Where you at?
Just on J Road.
Okay, I'm coming.
Alright, well, part 2 of our mini EV road trip, and in this video, it is can the Ford F-150 Lightning actually recover a stranded electric car? Because this Mini, completely out of electricity, it will not move, so we're going to push it by hand into this nice gentleman's driveway where we're going to try to charge it with the Lightning.
Yeah, it's too dangerous out here on the road. We're going to get hit, so let's get this thing off the road. We're going to give this a shot, see if the Lightning can charge up the Mini, but I think there'll be a snag because I don't have the right adapter to get to level 2, so we might have to call Andre as the second rescue to the first rescue, if that makes sense.
Well, we need to get electricity into the Mini Cooper SE, and we have a couple ways of doing that. Now, the most obvious is just the standard connector, which uses a 110 volt plug. And come over here, Max. We have plenty of 110 volt plugs, as you can see. So check out the screen here. If we go into the truck and go over down here to Pro Power on board, we can now activate the outlets in the rear, and just like that, we can start charging the Mini Cooper SE, but unfortunately it's not quite that simple.
There it goes. Oh, we got power. Power, but it's charging. Wahoo!
Check this out. So we are now, it's kind of hard to see, but it's blinking blue. We are now delivering electricity to the Mini Cooper SE, but if we check out the gauge cluster, we can see a problem with this. It will be completely charged by 11:11 p.m., and that is tomorrow. So on level 1, the F-150 charges very slowly, as you'd expect, because any level 1 outlet is going to be very slow. So we need to go to level 2, which means we need to use a 240 volt plug, and this is where I was really stupid. The F-150 handily comes equipped with exactly what we need. Check this out. Let's go to the back again. We have a charger that'll charge the Mini with a level 2 connector. But this is where I was stupid. In order to use the 240 volt plug with an F-150 Lightning or an F-150 hybrid for that matter, you need a dongle. And I forgot the dongle, which was really stupid of me. So check this out. Here is the 7.2 kilowatt plug. You need a little yellow thing for it to work. And I forgot the yellow thing. But luckily Andre has the yellow thing, so he's coming over here and he's gonna bring it to us and save the day. So now we can charge the Mini at level 2.
Yeah, but Tommy, we gotta go drag racing. So one of the things this guy has, what are those things called, Tommy?
Emus?
No. Peacocks. All right, so the issue is that we want to be the first to take the Lightning drag racing at Vandermeer, which is our local drag strip, and that opens up in an hour, and it's an hour away, Tommy. So why don't we let Max wait for Andre to bring the dongle and his truck, and then actually charge it up from his truck, because I need to get this over to Vandermeer, and we need to go do some drag racing.
Well, I have a fun idea.
What's that?
So it's only like 5 or 6 miles to the office.
Yeah.
Using this solution, we'd be here for like 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
On level 1. But using Andre's truck, you could probably get this thing back in 20 minutes.
Well, we could do it with our truck too if we had the dongle.
Right, but I'm saying just put barely enough electricity to get the Mini back, park it, leave it dead, and then we'll fully charge it up with the Lightning tomorrow and see how long that takes. I think that'll be a fun video.
Yeah, so
you're still going to get the full charge experience with the Lightning. We just have to go, and Andre will rescue the Mini with the Power Boost Hybrid.
Yeah, drag racing isn't bad.
Okay, so I'm just in this, nice stranger's driveway that we've ended up here. Tommy and Roman have gone on to do the Lightning drag race, so Andre should be here any minute to rescue me. We're going to level 2 charge the Mini, get it back to those, 4 to 5 miles of range we need for the office, and then leave it dead in the garage so we can charge it. Thanks for coming, Andre. So we're going to level 2 charge the Mini.
Yes. So did you call Andre's recovery service?
Yes, that's exactly the number I dialed.
Is there some wild animals in here somewhere?
I believe it's a peacock, yeah.
Oh, peacock. Okay. So let's figure out how to do this, okay?
Alrighty, let's do it.
All right, Max, so I brought my adapter, and this is the new Ford F-150 hybrid. It has a 7.2 kilowatt system, inverter system on board. So let's take a look. Come around this side. Okay. Can you see this? Okay, so those are regular 120 volt outlets, and this is a 30 amp 240 volt inverter outlet. So the way this works, I have this adapter here that locks in here, and then we can connect this to your charger cable, right?
Yep.
And
Do it.
And then start charging the Mini.
Exactly, and we're actually using the charging cable provided by Ford from the Lightning. In this case, of course, we're just using a power boost, but same effect, we're gonna get level 2 charging.
Okay. So, pretty handy. So, this is important. So the adapter works. Plug it in. Okay, now, need to plug this in. Let's see. So this is the one you turn. So you plug it in, and then you give it a little twist, so it kind of locks in place. And you hear the engine come on. So Max, do you want to come around the passenger side? I'll show you. So the system is actually pretty cool. This is actually a base model F-150 hybrid. So I don't have a huge screen like the Lightning would have, but it sensed that I plugged something in. So power to the outlet, yes. In generator mode, your engine will continue to run, only outside. Generator mode on, utility idle on, power on. So Max, right now, it looks like it's ready. So let's plug in.
Let's do it.
So this cable is actually pretty long, so that's okay.
I'll make it easy for Andre. I'll pop up in the Mini's charging door here.
Take a look, this is fancy. It says Ford on it. Okay, so obviously we cannot do level 3. There's no way, 7.2 kilowatts. But let's do...
Looks like the car is charging. So it says it will be completely charged at 8 p.m. Now we're not going to wait around here that long, but we only need luckily about 4 miles of range to the office. So now that we're on level 2, we're in much better shape. Before we had the level 1 from the Lightning plugged in, it was estimating that we would charge by 11 p.m. tomorrow. So this will be a little quicker. We'll hopefully not even be here half an hour, and we'll be all set. Okay, so I have the Mini charging. Thanks to Andre, we've got that plugged in. His generator is running. Power boost up to 7.2 kilowatts. So here's the timer. Let's get that started. So we're rolling, and we'll see how long it takes to charge us to what we need.
Check it out, guys. So 3,600 watts here, 36 here. So combined 7,200, which is 7.2. And Ford says at maximum energy output like this, I will be using 1 gallon of fuel per hour. So hopefully we just need a few minutes, right, Max?
Exactly.
So it should be pretty easy.
Okay, so the Mini is now showing that it is about 6% state of charge. It's giving us about 4 miles of range, which should get us, 3.6 miles back to the office. I think we'll be fine. The timer is currently sitting at 16 and a half minutes, so less than 17 minutes to level 2 charge our Mini from dead to 6%. Okay, so we are following Andre. I have the AC off. The Mini is in green mode. It's giving me 5 miles of range. Of course, it's still saying electric range severely reduced. We're still, in a mode where the car's not super happy, but we only have 4 miles to the office. My foot has to be quite a bit down on the accelerator to get any power, like Tommy was mentioning, because, we don't have that much throttle available. But here we are, we're just kind of cruising along, and the Mini EV is nice. I'm getting very hot because no AC, but I just want to make sure we make it to the office safely, and we're doing great so far. This is quite the bout of range anxiety I'm having right here. And regen and every little bit of eking out momentum is very essential when we're down to this level of range in an EV, but we're making it. Sweat's pouring down my face. It's a hot day here in Boulder. Andre's opening the garage for me. We have made it. It's been very close. There's the garage opening. We made it. Woo! Hey everyone, in part 2 of our mini EV adventure, we're actually going to charge it. It's basically dead. I think it's about 2% from yesterday. So we're going to charge it with the Lightning. So I'm going to take it out of the garage. Hopefully it hasn't vampire drained overnight. I think there's still some battery in it. So let's get in.
Hey Max, the Andre recovery service and charging service is back. Okay, so I've got the adapter, we got the F-150 Lightning. Let's see how it sets up and how it works. In and turn. In the front of the Lightning, there is an additional charge port. It's 2.4 kilowatt output. But this is not a 240 volt. It's a regular wall outlet, 120 volt system. But because the Mini, of course, has one intake port, the charge port, we won't be using this one in the front. We'll be using the higher powered one in the back, which is 7.2 kilowatts.
All right, so you should always park your EV in the right spot. In this case, we have just enough room with our non-extended charger, but thanks to this Ford OEM charger, we've got just enough. So I'm gonna plug in here.
Now Max, I don't want our charging cable set up in the sun, so I'm going to close the tailgate. And thankfully this Lariat Lightning, has many fancy features, including a powered tailgate. Yeah, nice and cool, nice in the shade over here. And finally on the inside here on the Lightning, bed outlet cover is not shut. Supply power to the bed, yes. So it can already sense that something is plugged in. Vehicle power down timer is off. The vehicle will run to supply power to the outlet until Pro Power reserve setting is reached. Okay, because it's kind of a protection, so you don't run the truck too low when you're charging other things. It's telling me already that something is plugged in the back, nothing is plugged in the front. And look at this. We're already supplying 3600 watts here approximately, and almost 36 here, which combines for 7200, which is 7.2 kilowatt. So let's take a look at the Mini.
All right, so we are charging the Mini with level 2 right off of Andre's truck with Pro Power on board now that he's got that engaged. So it's estimating that we're actually going to be done around 2:20 p.m. So that is about 5 hours from now. Pretty reasonable for level 2 considering this is a dead electric car.
Alright dude, yeah, I started my timer, like you said, about 5 hours to fully charge. We'll see exactly what it takes in the real world. Alright, I do have my Ford Pass app as well, so hopefully I can monitor a few things. Here's the Lightning, our long-term truck, and it's telling me the battery level right now. It updates every couple minutes, so it's almost near live view of what's happening. But then, if I go to Vehicle under Features, for some reason it's not showing me Pro Power on board status. But I know, at least for like my truck, which is the F-150 hybrid, if I switch vehicles, then Pro Power on board is here. So maybe that feature is not quite finalized in the app for the Lightning. No big deal, because I know they update this all the time. Okay, now we are at the 4-hour mark, or 4 hours and 4 minutes. We've used up 21% of our battery here in the Lightning. So the Mini is at 79%. Here in the front of the Lightning, you can hear the fans going. I can feel the air moving. So it's trying to cool off, and it's actually been cycling off and on every few minutes. So I think this is normal. This is nothing to worry about as far as, actually using the inverter to send power to somewhere else. So it's doing okay. Alright guys, so we're approaching 5-hour mark on the charging. 4 hours and 47 minutes. Oh sweet, we're at 92% now, so getting super close. So 5.5 hours, I think it's doable. That was our original estimate. Well, our initial estimate was 5 hours. It's just over that. The Lightning has used up 27% of its battery, as displayed right here. Let me check on the speed of charging. Oh wow, it's a lot slower than it was. Now we're at about 2300 watts or 2.3 kilowatt. Who's this?
Did you fully charge my Mini with the Lightning?
I did.
So you and Max brought it back to the office.
Yes.
It was at 0%.
Yes, so I rescued Max over there with my hybrid F-150. We got it back here to the office and it was almost showing nothing. I think the battery was close to zero.
And here's the crazy thing. I just took a peek in the window of that Mini.
What?
We're at over 99% state of charge. So in 5 hours, you completely charged up the Mini from 0 to 100.
Yes.
Using a level 2 charger.
Yes.
Which means that now we can drive another 114 miles or so using that electric Mini. Now here's the thing that I'm really interested in. So
Yeah.
what is the capacity of the Lightning battery pack?
131 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
Yes.
So 131.
Yes.
Now that Mini is 32.6. So if I take 32.6 and divide it by 131, we should have used 24.8% of the battery in the Lightning to fully charge the Mini.
But we used up 27%, so 35 kilowatt hours. So there's probably a little bit of losses, right?
Yeah, but that really isn't bad. So we
No.
fully charged the Mini with the Ford Lightning. We still have 73% charge in this, so we could still go a couple hundred miles. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, can you show me the Mini? I don't know if I believe you.
See, Andre, I wasn't lying. 99% of charge, completely charged at 2:52 p.m. It's 2:40 p.m. right now, but once you go from 99 to 100, it's such a slow rate that it really doesn't matter. But for all intents and purposes, completely charged in the Mini in 5 hours. And yeah, nothing overheated. We actually did see a little deration on the charge box, right? Like it was out in the sun. I think that started to get kind of
Yeah,
hot.
that's probably my fault because I should have used a cover or a shade or maybe like a tonneau cover, you know?
Yeah, so
protect it.
If you want to look back there, Cole, so you can see there's the charger. Andre tried to cover it up with the lid, but that I think started to get a little toasty. But did the truck ever go beneath its max charging rate?
No.
Yeah, so the truck was capable.
Well, and it was cycling its fans, right? But
Yeah.
it's normal, right?
Yeah.
It's in an inverter system.
But basically, we had this thing maxed out for roughly 5 hours.
Yeah.
Got a fully charged Mini out of it.
Yeah.
Now we're ready to hit the road. So very impressive result. Now, can you rescue an electric vehicle with the Lightning?
Absolutely.
We'll see you on the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching TFL EV.
And also, alltfl.com is where you can find everything automotive, right? In one place.